The neuroscience program at Western is teaming with NeRDS, an affectionate name given by those students standing for neuroscience research-driven students.
They're stoked about brains, and not only are they using theirs for research, but also helping kids learn in the community.
It's an interdisciplinary program that's about 7 years old now. It was originally put together by 2 faculty from biology and 2 faculty from psychology that had an interest in brain and behavior. One of the things about neurosciences is that it combines significant aspects of biology, chemistry, psychology, depending on what part of neurosciences you're interested in, computer science, philosophy. And so, almost by definition, a neuroscientist has a big picture.
The best students are those who come to the field because they are extremely passionate about understanding how the central nervous system functions.
NeRDS started before I was an undergraduate at Western. I was still a little stem cell when the NeRDS were getting started. It stands for Neuroscience Research-Driven Students, and the whole point of it is to really immerse ourselves in the current research beyond the lab and beyond the classroom, and to get involved in it in an interesting, exciting way. I mean, science has kind of a bad rap for being boring, and we're against that. We like to make it interesting.
As a faculty advisor to the NeRDS, one of the things I'm proudest about with them is the amount of involvement they have in our community. They seek out opportunities to share their passion for neurosciences with anybody who will listen.
I really like the outreach program that we are involved with. We are going out and teaching people about neuroscience and about our program. The last one I was at was 4th and 5th graders. Explain, well, the brain is really awesome. The brain does this and it does this, and here's what's going on when you are talking and thinking and writing. And even though they're really young, they're able to comprehend this, and they think it's really interesting. I think that's the most fun part.
At Neuroscience on Tap, they're talking to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds. When we're at the Y, they're talking to 4-year-olds, and in all of those different stages, they know how to pitch a story and how to describe what we do in a way that it makes it accessible to whoever they're talking to.
So SFN is the Society for Neuroscience, and so pretty much you just put 40,000 neuroscientists in a convention center for 5 days, and it's pretty amazing.
It's a huge academic meeting, and it's something that we take a contingent of undergrads to every year to present their data.
So that's a couple years worth of research for me. And that meant that I had to get all of this data that I'd collected from 30 or so mice with the most recent study and cram it all into one poster that made sense and was coherent and was something that I would be proud to present to PhDs. And I did present it to PhDs. It's this huge poster session. There are thousands of posters, and people look you up based on what they're interested in, and they'll come by and ask you questions. They'll interrogate you about your research.
And it's a really interesting experience because when you present to the Society for Neurosciences, there could be 4,000 posters on the floor at one time. And people will come up, other PhDs, postdocs, graduate students. Our students are unique in the sense that most of them are undergrads, and it very often blows people away because they'll be talking to this person and getting a walkthrough, and you'll see them looking at their name tag and they slowly realize, oh my God, this person's an undergrad. And it's a chance for the undergrads to really get a sense of where they are and what their work has allowed them to do.
Because the NeRDS group has been so successful, it really has defined a sense of community for students that ends up being carried beyond the walls of Western. And so the faculty maintain contact with a lot of the students maintain contact with one another, and I think just going forward, this is going to be an enormous advantage to our students, because so much of what happens in your career later on is about networking, and they've built this network at the undergraduate level that they're going to carry forward with them.
Certainly for me, but I think for all the faculty, the program's been more than we ever could have hoped for. It's a great group of faculty, the staff people are fantastic, and we consistently get these interesting, personable, hardworking, committed, driven, passionate students that just makes the whole thing, it's not work most of the time. It's been a success.
Another great thing about neuroscience is you get in there and you can find a new area where maybe no one has trodden before. You can really pioneer your own area. There's a lot of brain to go around.
I'm Kat C. I'm the executive director at Makeshift, so I've been here for about 6 years, and the executive director is sort of the big umbrella of the whole organization. I answer to our board of directors like you would at any nonprofit.